if you're joining us, this is Oz Country Down Under's first Facebook Live interview. Please share this as soon as you get online. Tonight is very special. We have none other. Oh, there, I've got the notification now. We have none other than. Please share this as. Listen to that. I'm listening to myself. We have none other than the amazing Matt Scullion, and here he is. Hi, Matt. How are you?
G'day, mate. How you going? Thanks for having me on. Wow, I didn't realise it was your first one. I feel very honoured. Wow.
Well, we did a stack of them with MCA, but with the new changeover and the new branding, it's all Oz Country Down Under. So this is the first one for Oz Country Down Under.
Well,
so
Oz Country Down Under. I feel very, very honoured to be the first one on Oz Country Down Under, and hopefully the first of many.
Thank you very much. All right, so we're still waiting for a couple of people to join. Obviously, when we start straight away, let's talk about the weather first. How's the weather up in Newcastle today?
Weather was lovely in Newcastle today, mate. Beautiful day. Yeah. No rain, unfortunately, but we did have a good bit of rain over the weekend. You know, on Friday and Saturday we had some good rain, which was good. But
we had a huge storm on Saturday night. Yeah.
Got to dry the washing today. It was good.
Cool, very good. All right, let's get into it. We'll see who comes on shortly. At the moment, we've still got no viewers, but the good thing about these is they can replay them. So
that's right.
So first things first. Tell me all about Matt Scullion.
Oh, geez, mate, where do you want me to start?
You've been around since 2004, basically, with your
pretty much, mate.
Self-titled EP.
I've played music all my life, pretty much, and spent a lot of years up in the Northern Territory.
Mm-hmm.
And around about 1999, I decided that I needed to go to Nashville. I just had that urge, and I've been going there ever since. And then in between that, I moved to Tamworth for a little while, and mate, I've just been as you said, first self-titled album was around. My first little EP actually was
the little EP with five tracks on it.
5 tracks on it was 2000 and I think 2004. I think you might have that was right. And then 2006 was the 13 track
album. Put it down to experience.
That's the one, mate. Yeah, mate. And since then I've been, I've just been gigging and I've been writing. I've always I don't know. People say, what do you like to do? Do you like to write songs or do you like to sing better? And I always say, well, I actually neither. I mean, I like them both the same. And I put them both in the same basket. To write and it doesn't matter whether I'm writing or whether I'm singing. I just like doing both of them. So it's always been a thing for me just to sometimes disappear and write for a couple of years and not record anything,
Well, that's what we're looking at, because between your first album and obviously the new album, which I have right here, there you go, Matt Scullion, I'm Just a Song. There you go. You had like a 13-year place where you weren't releasing music. You were writing for stacks of people. You were writing like from 2009 that I can see. You've written for Lee Kernaghan. You've written with Garth Porter, Jane Denham. The list goes on. Jasmine Ray, Ali S, of course, most recently with what is it? You girls, I can't. There's 4 words.
Girls,
beer, youth, and rodeo. That's it. There you go. And also Danny Fegan with What a Life. So you've done
Absolutely.
And Troy Kemp is another one. So
my first break. This is a nice story for you. I just moved down from Darwin. And I moved to Tamworth because Tamworth being the country music capital of Australia, I wanted to immerse myself and I wanted to be closer. I wanted other people to sing my songs. I wanted to get songs on people's records, So I moved to Darwin and I hooked up with a guy called Laurie Minson. And I don't know whether you know of Laurie, but Laurie is a fantastic guitar player, and he spent over 20 years as Lee Kernaghan's guitar player. And before he was with Lee Kernaghan, he was James Blundell's guitar player. He did a stint with Jimmy Barnes. He did a stint with Ross Wilson. He's a fantastic, and he's a great songwriter too. And anyway, so I got him with Loz, and I was writing a lot of stuff, and he loved my music. And he was at the time producing Bobby Cash. Do you remember Bobby Cash, the Indian cowboy?
Yep.
Right.
Long time ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. And anyway, Bobby Cash, Laurie said, have you got any songs that might suit Bobby Cash? And I'd met Bobby Cash, and anyway, so I sent him a couple of songs, and Bobby recorded 2 or 3 songs on his first album that I'd written. But the great thing was, one of them is a song called A Word Away, and not only did Bobby record it, Tanya Kernaghan did a duet with him on it.
Fantastic.
So I'd only been in Tamworth for 6 months, and all of a sudden I had Tanya Kernaghan singing on one of my songs, and I was like, wow, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I wanted, you know. I mean, obviously I want to sing my own songs too, but I want other people to sing my songs too, you know. So that's sort of where it all really started for me. So Laurie really helped me out, and through that, because Laurie was still playing with Lee Kernaghan there, Lee heard my stuff, and then that sort of started off another thing. And then by Lee writing with Lee and Garth Porter, and Lee recording my songs, it just opened so many doors for me. And I'm forever grateful for Lee for believing in my songwriting and doing that, because it did open a lot of doors for me.
Yeah, well, you've had 4 #1 singles with Lee Kernaghan.
I've had 18 songs recorded by Lee.
Yes, but you've had 4 #1s, right?
4 #1s with him, yeah. And one that went to #2.
Yes. So you had Scars, Dirt. Was it Planet Country? Planet Country,
and It's Only Country.
It's Only Country. They're the 4 that went to #1. There you go. Awesome. I did my homework.
I've got a beer here, so I just want to say cheers to Mr. Kernaghan for recording those songs. I'm forever grateful.
Absolutely. All right. I love the song Planet Country. And, you know, so you've been behind the scenes for so many artists. And so, even for me, I've been around the country scene for 21 years as writing my own material and stuff like that. But I didn't know of Matt Scullion until just recently, you know, when I started with the MCA thing, and now with Oz Country Down Under. I didn't really know all about you because you were behind the scenes, you know. So first thing I heard was that you got a golden guitar for a song you wrote with Travis Collins and Amber Lawrence called Our Backyard.
I know that was Dave. That was such a thrill.
Was that your first golden guitar? Hey, look, he's got it. Look, there it is. All right, that's the one.
Yeah, let me
Beautiful.
There you go. Names on it.
Oh, you can see the clock. Oh yeah, Our Backyard. Beautiful, man.
I sit it up there and I give it a kiss every morning.
Absolutely. Right. So that's your first. I don't
take it to bed with me because my partner Sharon would not be happy with that.
She wouldn't be happy, no.
So that was it. Yeah, sorry.
That's your first golden guitar?
Absolutely. Not my first nomination. I've had my first nomination was for Hard Earned Money, which was a song that was on that first album. And then my second nomination was for Giddy Up. And then I had on that album also. Then I had other nominations like what's the song called? Thank You Angels, song I wrote with O'Shea, and then Planet Country with Lee, and then
yeah, for sure.
There was another one I wrote with Lee too. I can't. Yeah, so I've had about 5 or 6 nominations, but never got to win one. But to win, I got to say, to win the songwriter award to me means the most. I mean, that means more than anything to me to win, because that's recognition of my songwriting, and that really means a lot, because that's what I hold dearest is the songwriting.
Absolutely. So you have the new album, obviously. It's distributed by Social Family Records. Big shout out to Nadia Drayton there. All right.
Absolutely. And Nadia.
Yeah, go Nadia. All right. So you've had 3 singles off the album already. Out of My Own Way was the first one. And then we had Favorite Distraction, which was awesome track. And
Thanks.
the new one is Roadside Cross.
That's right.
Tell me the inspiration for Roadside Cross.
Well, a couple of inspirations. The main inspiration is just driving around all the time on weekends when I'm doing my gigs and just seeing, especially around the Hunter Valley here where I live, just so many roadside crosses. It's just, it seems like every couple of kilometres there's a roadside cross. It's just horrific. And
yeah.
It just gets me thinking all the time, the poor people that are related to that person. I mean, how they must feel every time they drive past it. And what an awful place to be buried. Well, you're not really buried there, I know, but I guess that your spirit's there, not a very nice place to be by a highway.
Yeah, that's right.
Also not very nice for the emergency services people that have to drive past it all the time. And I'm sure it would bring back memories every time to those people that have cut that person out of a car or whatever they had to do. It's just, but the main inspiration is a guy called Michael Catteroy. And Michael was in a band called Southbound. Do you remember Southbound?
Yep,
they were a big band about 10 years ago. They were a huge, 12 years ago. They were a huge band in Tamworth, and I got really good friends with Michael. He unfortunately has had a fatal car accident about 50 kilometres south of Tamworth on the New England Highway.
Yeah,
driving up after a gig to see his girlfriend. He was a Sydney boy and driving up, and it was just it really rocked the community when that happened. I was actually in Nashville at the time, and I flew back and flew back for his memorial and played at his memorial. And I often stop. I don't always stop, but every now and then I'll stop and have a little bit of a yak with him, and dust the cobwebs off his cross. And so that was definitely. And if anybody does watch the video, the very first scene in the video is on the New England Highway, and it's Michael Catteroy's cross.
No, it is. That is his cross. Yeah. In saying that, I just want to, because I know that from where I am on the Central Coast, it's 4 hours to get to Tamworth from here driving, and so from Sydney, it's roughly about 6 hours to travel to Tamworth. So I do want to say, for anybody out there that is driving long distances like that, please take breaks, stop, revive, survive. That's, we can't stress that enough, right?
Don't look at your phone.
Don't look at don't look at your phone. That's right. I'm actually lucky in my car. My phone is connected to the Bluetooth, and I have it on the windshield. And it's in my peripheral vision, so I can still see where I'm going, and it's sitting right there, so I can still see, like, if I'm looking at a map and stuff. But I never pick it up.
I'm the same. And actually the other day I was waiting for I was driving along, and I had my phone in the little holder that I've got right on the dashboard there. Not exactly peripheral, but it's like right there. It's like pretty close to look at.
Yep.
And I was waiting for someone to call me. I was driving, and he started to call. And as he called, I come around the corner, and there was a random breath testing unit.
Yep.
And it waved me in, and the phone's ringing. And then as I've come in, the phone's still ringing, and then it stopped. And then I said, "Man, I didn't touch the phone. It's all right. He's ringing me. I haven't looked at it." And he actually, and the policeman said, "It's all right. You're allowed to do that as long as you're not holding it like that. If it's the hands free and you've got it on Bluetooth," he said, "you're fine."
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Oh, look, let's say hello to a few people that have joined us. Katie Jane. Hi, Katie Jane.
Katie Jane.
Nice to see you there. Katie Jane says, "Ha, nice one." All right, there you go. All right, Robert Holmes has joined us and said hello, Dave. And
g'day, Rob.
And a good friend of yours, Danny Fegan.
Danny is Danny there, is he?
Danny's on the line. Look at that. So let's talk about the song you did with Danny.
Danny. What a life, mate. What a life.
What a life. There you go. All right, let's talk about What a Life for a second. So you wrote the song with Danny Fegan, and you're also in the video clip. So how did that come about?
Mate, he's a freaking trooper, Danny. He drove up from he lives down near Albury down there, and he drove up and drove up a couple of times to Newcastle, which is a long drive. I mean, we're talking a 10-hour drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple of times, and we wrote some songs together, and then he turned around and drove all the way back home again. You know, just so he's good on him for doing that. And one of the songs was "What a Life."
Yeah.
And we wrote that song. We wrote the hell out of that song, and then he rang me up one day and he said, "Mate, I think this would be a really good duet. If you would you like to do a duet with me?" And I said, "I'd love to. I love the song." So then it turned out that it worked out. I wasn't working one weekend, and that's when he was filming the video. And I went down to his place and spent the weekend down there. Took my partner Sharon down there, and we had a wonderful weekend down there and filmed the film clip, and there it is. Yeah,
there you go. I want to say, oh, look at that. Ali S has just joined us now too. Oh, you're getting them all. I just want to say to Danny, who's watching, in that film clip, I love your Australian flag guitar.
Oh, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
My favourite part of that clip is right near the end, where he tackles the
guy
straight off the side of the weir there, and then if you look right at the end, they're actually floating on the drum kit. I love that. I love that. Right, and my second favorite part of the clip is where I'm riding the quad bike and I got my girl on the back. I reckon that's a pretty cool scene.
You know, my favorite part of the clip when you both kick the water at the start of that beat.
Oh yeah, that's good, isn't it? Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. All right, so now we have Ali S on, and Ali S is saying, "G'day, Matt." All right, so let's talk about the song you've just done with him as well. Girls. I was
going to say,
Ali's rodeo.
Ali's a little bit partial to girls, beer, utes, and rodeo. Yeah, he's a little bit partial to those four things. So that was Ali's idea. Ali came up to Newcastle and we wrote that song. I actually met Ali the first time a couple of years ago at the Country Music Academy of Country Music.
Mm-hmm.
Which they run in January every year. And the last couple of years, I've been fortunate enough to be one of the songwriting tutors with Alan Caswell and Fanny Lumsden and Amber Lawrence and a few different people. I never got to write with Ali, but we did sit around one night. We had a big night and Casey Chambers was there. And we all sat around and we all did everybody did songs. And Ali sang a song that he'd written with Catherine Britt called I Need a Beer. I think it's called I Need a Beer. Yeah, yep. I love the song. The song just went down a treat. And I thought to myself straight away, I really want to write with that guy. I really like something about what he does, you know. And so, I just approached him and said, "Mate, let's write. Love to write with you." And then, he got back to me and he drove all the way up from his place. And, I think we've written 3 songs together now.
That's fantastic. Well, I know that you write with a lot of people, and as I saw you last Wednesday at the Stag and Hunter in Mayfield, where you had the Scullion sessions, and that's a regular treat for you, isn't it?
It is, mate. Every month I have it. I've had some amazing. Except for next month, no, I'll be away next month overseas, so going to have next month off. But I've had some amazing artists at it, and just gone. I had some great artists at it, but I've had it. Everybody from Adam Harvey to Adam Eckersley to Catherine Brett to Amber Lawrence to Travis Collins to just some Drew McCullough to Alan Caswell, you know. But what I've also done is I have been running it for about 6 years now, because what I was doing is I was running it every year at Tamworth. Even when I was living in Nashville, I'd come back for Christmas, spend Christmas with my family, and then I'd go to the Tamworth Country Music Festival, and I'd always have a Scullion session. So I've been running it for about 6 years now. But then when I moved back for good about 2.5 years ago back to Australia, and I moved to Newcastle, I thought, I was talking to my girlfriend Sharon about it, and she was like, "Well, you should You should do it here in Newcastle. You should, run it every month. So I've been doing that now for probably about 18 months.
Very good. Okay, just while we're there, Chelsea Berman says, "Hi, Matt."
Oh, g'day, Chelsea. How are you, mate? Good to see you.
She's down here on the. She's down here on the Central Coast. I'm gonna talk to you soon, Chelsea. There you go. Well, we're going to hook up for a coffee one day and talk about.
I'll tell you what, mate. It's such a good spot to live. Living in Newcastle, because as I said, 2.5 years ago, I was in Nashville, and then I moved from Nashville to Newcastle. And what a great move! I mean, obviously, there's nowhere in the world like Nashville, but I'll tell you what, Newcastle, the Central Coast, it's just got some. It's just such a vibrant music scene, such a vibrant music. Especially for country music too.
Yeah, actually, absolutely. Like I was amazed coming up here and seeing how much country music is up here and how many country music artists live up here. There's so many of us. Well, I'm not that much of an artist. but
I know what you're saying. I think the thing is, Dave, that like what makes a country or a music place, you've got to have industry there. The reason why Nashville works is because it's got industry. Yeah. It's got record labels, it's got publishing companies, it's got record companies, it's got print houses, it's got everything, That's what's happening in Newcastle and the Hunter Valley and also Sydney, because you've got Sydney right there, I mean, you've got producers like, Glenn Hanna, you've got you've also got Shane Nicholson on the Central Coast, and then you've got great studios here in Newcastle too. So you've got really good high class producers and music people in here, not just great musicians. You've got music industry, and I think that you need to have that too. That's what brings the music. That's what brings the songwriters and the musicians to a place when there's industry here, and you have to have that. And people like yourself, you know what I mean. You've got to have your radio people here too, So
that's right.
Absolutely.
And we've got to keep the radio going. So, as we know, please support Oz Country Down Under. Check out our Facebook page. Just look up Oz Country Down Under. Check out our Facebook page, like that, and donate to us if you can to keep our station going. Okay. Thanks for that plug, Matt. Now, I was just looking at your album. We're going to get to something else very shortly, but I just looked at your album and, well, I actually listened to the whole album on the way home from the Stag and Hunter on Wednesday night. And I noticed there was a bit of a theme. Do you have a problem with drinking?
Not at all.
Not at all. I don't know. It's just there's three.
You've got to be honest. You got to be honest, Dave. You got to be honest. I mean, if you're going to put an album out, you got to be honest. I love having a drink. I mean, I don't. I don't abuse it, but I do like to have a drink, and I always think, I don't think a country album's complete, but this is just my opinion. I don't think a country album's complete without a couple of drinking songs on it, a couple of heartbreak songs on it, I mean, it goes hand in hand,
That's it. Very good. I don't wonder now you're going to take that question. Right. So it's got Too Drunk to Truck, which I heard on last Wednesday night at the Stag and Hunter.
I'd like to hear some of that.
Yeah, okay, absolutely. Here we go. All right.
A cooler, a long neck lead to a big grin, lime and tequila leads to a head spin, a couple of kisses lead to a blanket laying in the back of my Dodge. Follow her lips, there's no need for thinking. Kick off the boots, unzip the feeling, the look in her eyes says she's ready to roll. We put it in gear, but wouldn't you know I'm too drunk to truck. She turns the key, but my engine won't fire up. I'd like to spin her wheels and drive her crazy, but I'm too drunk to truck. Too drunk to truck, too drunk to truck. Too drunk to truck, too drunk to truck.
Yes, good man. All right. There you go. So the album for Matt Scullion is I'm Just a Song. Believe me, he's not just a song. He's the man behind a lot of songs. But this is his album, I'm Just a Song. It's distributed by Social Family Records. So you can find it on Matt Scullion's website, or you can find it on the Social Family Records website. Or, of course, where all good digital music can be downloaded. But please, like we say to all our listeners, if you want to support Australian country music, please get the album directly from the artists, because then they get all the money. Yep. Okay, so...
And I can put my signature on it for you.
And that's right. Like you like this one. See, look at that.
That's it. There you go. That's right.
All right. So we've got something else to come up. The newest thing that you've done another collaboration. You wrote the track, and you've collaborated with the likes of Tanya Kernaghan, James Blundell, and one of the guys from Simply Bushed.
Who are the guys? Chris and Paul from Simply Bushed.
Okay, there you go. And who else? Anybody else? Have I missed somebody?
Mr. Drew McAllister.
And of course, Drew McAllister. I'm sorry, Drew. And you've called yourself the Hay Balers, and the song is called Shout the Land a Drink. Let's talk about that.
Okay, Shout the Land a Drink. The reason for the Hay Balers, we were trying to come up with a name for it, and I've been doing a fair bit of work lately for a charity organisation that a lot of people would be familiar with, called Buy a Bale, which is basically Buy a Bale / Rural Aid. It's two different companies, but it's run by the same company in a sense. And Rural Aid do more sort of work on the farm and help people rebuild things, and whereas and give people things like food and stuff like that. Whereas Buy a Bale, like you're buying a bale of hay for a farmer, and you're raising money that way and giving them. Yep. So it's the same company, but just different jobs that they do in the organisation. Anyway, I've become really good friends with Charles and Tracy Alder that run that company, and I've written a song a while back called Shout the Land a Drink, and been getting a really good reaction from people about it. And I was up in Tamworth for Hats Off, which was probably, is that about 2 months ago or something like that?
2 months ago, yeah.
And I put on a show called Matt Scullion and Friends upstairs at the Hog's Breath Cafe.
Yep.
And I had a really good turnout, and I had like people like Simply Bushed and Bush come along and the boys from that got up and sang. And anyway, long story short, I played that song that night, Shout the Land a Drink, and then I was out later on, actually at a Simply Bush concert, and a mate of mine pulled me aside and he said, "Mate, that song, Shout the Land a Drink," he said, you've got to get that out right now. You've got to record that right now. I said, "Mate, I can't." I said, I'm in the middle of a new album. I can't, I've got Roadside Cross coming out shortly, like I can't, I'm already committed to an album. I can't go and record something else. I've got to see the album through, see the life of the album through. And he said, "Mate," well, I won't tell you what he said because he swore a bit. He said, "I don't care what you've got to do." He said, "You've got to get that out right now. You've got to put that out right now. That is very relevant. It's perfect for right now. You just got to do what you got to do." And anyway, so I was driving back to Newcastle on the Monday, and I was talking to my girlfriend Sharon about it, and she said, "He's right. You got to get it out." He's probably right. So anyway, I rang Charles up. From Rural, from Buy a Bale, and we talked about it. And he said, "Mate, you dream it, we'll make it happen." He loves the song also, So together with the help of Rural Aid and Buy a Bale, we I thought, okay, who do I want to have on this? And I thought straight away, James and Tanya and Drew and Paul and Chris from Simply Bushed, and they've all been very gracious with their time. I called Shane Nicholson up. He was like, "Absolutely, bring it on." So it just fell into place. Once I got it all organised, it fell into place really easy, and then went to Shane's and recorded it, and then found a couple of properties that aren't doing so well out near Upper Dartbrook, near Scone, and they were, again, the people were lovely out there, and they let us come on their properties and film, and we used a company on the Central Coast called Click Productions.
Click Productions.
Which is Jesse Anderson and Perrin Finlay Brown. and they come out and they were very gracious again with their time. We had to rush it really good, but I don't think it sounds like it's been put together quickly or looks it. I mean, it looks really good and sounds great. So it's just worked out great. And basically, what we wanted to do was just get it out there as quick as we could, and all the sales of the song go straight back to rural aid, back to buy a bale.
Wow!
So the way that people can contribute there is to buy the song off iTunes or Google Play or somewhere like that, and that money goes straight to buy a bale. What we're also doing is, in about a week and a half's time to 2 weeks' time, we've printed off a ridiculous amount of CD singles.
Yep.
We've just signed a deal with Caltex service stations. So there's 900 Caltex service stations around Australia. So there'll be CD singles. I think we're going to sell them for about $5, and they'll be for sale at Caltex servos with like a little stand and a couple of hay bales around them, so people can go in there, and when they fill up their car or they grab their milk and bread, they can another $5. They can take a CD home with them and also contribute to the cause that way.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. That's
so hopefully we can sell all those, and it's all about raising money. Just raise money for these guys, like for the farmers that need it.
Absolutely. We're also doing the same thing. Obviously, we want donations for our station, but what we're doing as far as that's concerned is if we get donations from for the station, we're offering September things like if you donate $50, we'll send you a mug. All right, so like I don't have it with me here, the Oz Country Downunder mug. If you donate $100, we'll send you a T-shirt. I don't have the T-shirt on tonight. I'm all bad today. And if you send us $150, we'll send you a T-shirt and a mug. But half of the profits that we get from that donation will go also back to your company, Buy a Bale. Which is
good on you, mate. That's fantastic. I mean, I really think it's nice if people can. It's great to donate. You know what I mean? And that is the Aussie spirit. And I mean, a couple of the reasons for donating is because the farmers need help. But the other, until it does rain, and it will rain, the drought will break. But we need to get them through until the drought breaks. And but we don't want to lose this way of life. We don't want to. We don't want farmers going off the land and there to be no bloody farmers on the land. So I mean, good on you for doing that, mate.
No worries. Beth Brown has been on and said she's got all the thumbs up and the okays, the thumbs up.
Hey,
so
how are you, mate?
There you go. Beth Brown. And Gareth Leach has come on and said,
hey, Gareth. There you go, mate.
Thumbs up for you too. There you go. And Robert Holmes says, it was great to watch you perform Friday night as the support act to Imogen Clark. So he was there.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Robert, for coming down, and thank you for the Waratahs stubby cooler, mate. Go the Waratahs.
There you go. Go the Waratahs. That's great. There you go, Robert. Okay, so without any further ado, do you want to actually perform the song for us?
Oh, why not? I'd love to perform a song.
There
love to. I just happen to have my guitar here. I've had this guitar for a long time. This is my riding guitar.
So I'm gonna leave the screen, and it's just gonna be you. This is Matt Scullion. I'll be back after you've done the song. This is Matt Scullion with "By the Land."
Shout the land a drink.
Shout the land a drink. Sorry, there you go.
All right, I'll do it like this. Here we go. Can't remember, it's so dry. Only thing getting fat round here are the flies. I'm sick of these blue, blue skies. The clouds just laugh as they blow through. Only green round here is the paint on the roof. Last night I cried, I've had enough of my tears with dust. Come on, God, shout the land a drink. It could do with a bender, don't you think? Take the drought out on the town, buy a dry old friend around, put it all on heaven's account. Shout the land a drink. Shout the land of dreams. I reckon every generation has done their share of storm cloud praying, cursing at somebody they can't see. Some of them are just too proud to ask for help or take handouts. Pride won't fill the dams, but pride might bury a man. Come on, God, shout the land of dream. It's been too long between them, don't you think? Take the drought out on the town, buy a dry old friend around, put it all on heaven's
Oh no, we lost Matt. We lost Matt. Oh no. Oh goodness. All right. So, I don't know what happened to Matt there.
I'm still here.
I've lost Matt.
You got me? I'm still here.
I've lost Matt. Oh, he's gone. Oh no. He's still there, but I can't see him. All right. All right, let's see what happened. All right, let's see what happened. There you go. He's gone. All right. I'm sorry for that. I don't know what happened there, but he's blacked out. I'll see if he comes back on. I'll see if I can send him a message. Steph, hi. Hi, Stephanie Penrose. Thanks for watching. Yeah, you can still see him, yes. Matt was still there, but I couldn't see him. It just dropped out on my screen, and now he's completely gone. I'm just going to try and send him a message. You can see him. Oh, goodness. What's he saying? What's he saying? Technical difficulties. I think he's coming back.
You got me?
I got you. Oh, there you go. What happened?
Are we back online?
Yeah, we're still live. We've been live all the way through. Apparently,
I don't know what happened there, mate. I got no idea.
Yeah, Beth said she could still see you, and I couldn't see you. Everything was gone on my side, and yeah. So
where was I? So yeah. I think I was. Do you want me to keep going where I was? From where I was?
Well, you can restart. I don't mind.
I'll just go halfway through the song where I was, I guess.
All right, buddy. Cool.
I'll go from the second verse.
All right.
I reckon every generation has done their share of storm cloud praying, cursing at somebody they can't see. Some of them are just too proud to ask for help or take handouts. Pride won't fill the dams, but pride might bury a man. Come on, God, shout the land of dream. It's been too long between them, don't you think? Take the drought out on the town, buy a dry old friend around, put it all on heaven's account. Shout the land of dream. Livestock are dying, crops won't grow. Water's drying up, and so is the money. We all lose if farmers lose their livelihoods. We'll keep helping out, but we're gonna need your help too. Come on, God, shout the land of drink. It could do with a vendor don't you think? Take the drought out on the town, buy a dry old friend around, put it all on heaven's account. Shout the land free. Shout the land free. I can't remember, it's so dry. Only thing getting fat round here are the flies.
There you go. Very good, man. Thank you very much.
No worries. Sorry that it cut out halfway through there.
Oh, no, that's all right. That's fine. So we can digitally download that song right now. Okay. So everybody out there, get on your iTunes or your Google Play accounts and download that song, because all the proceeds go back to buy a bale. And as of next month, they'll be available in your Caltex service stations.
Yes, they will.
For sale for about $5 each. So get in there, grab one when you're filling up. Absolutely. And also don't forget, Matt Scullion, his new album, I'm Just a Song. And
I've got it on vinyl too. If anybody likes, there's any retro heads out there that would like some vinyl, just let me know. You know, say, look, it's all this. It's got the little sleeve and everything in the middle. It's all legit. And if you'd like some vinyl too, just let me know. We can get it shipped to you. Not a problem at all.
Absolutely. All right. So you can digitally download the album, of course, or what I suggest, get onto the to Matt Scullion's website, which is
well, actually, a couple. Facebook, Matt Scullion Music.
Yep.
Right, Facebook, and same thing on my website, just mattscullionmusic.com. So either way, just hit me up, but just jump on there and like my site, and then you'll be able to keep up with happenings and what's going on.
What do you have coming up? Do you have any more shows coming up before you head out overseas?
No, mate, got absolutely nothing coming up. Going to be heading overseas for some R&R very shortly, and I don't have. I mean, I have a lot of little sort of gigs around Newcastle and stuff, but I don't have anything really big coming up until Tamworth Country Music Festival. But I do have a tour planned pretty soon. I'm going to be going out on the road with my good mate Alan Caswell.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Two of us are going to go out on the road, and we're going to just do some intimate songwriter gigs, and then we'll be doing some songwriting seminars and stuff like that too. So I'm really looking forward to doing that.
You'll have to tell me where, and I'll come and join one, because I'd really like to see that.
No worries at all, mate. I'll let you know.
Absolutely. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you tonight, and you're a wonderful human being. You've done so much for country. You've done so much for country music, and we're really proud to have you on Facebook Live tonight.
Well, mate, thank you for having me, and mate, I just feel. Not a day goes past that I don't realise how lucky I am to be in this business, you know. And I just love music. I love country music in particular, and I love writing songs. And it's great to meet passionate people like yourself that really believe in it too.
Well, we're going to have to get together one day and write a song together. I've got an idea for a song, and I want you to help me with it.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. I'll talk to you soon about that. Thank you very much, Matt, and thank you everybody for joining us. And if you do want to, you are an artist and you do want to have a Facebook Live interview with us, please hit me up on the Facebook page. Just send me a message. Let me know what you want to talk about, when you want to do it, and we'll get it done. Up until
I reckon any of you artists out there that are watching, you should get on here and do an interview. And we need more stuff like this. So let's support this kind of thing. And let's. We have to, you know what I mean? It's becoming more and more of an internet world. So we have to support shows like this. We have to.
Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No worries at all.
You're an awesome man. Thank you very much for being with us tonight. And I'll talk to you again very soon, buddy.
Good on you, Dave. See you, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, that's it for us. Thank you very much. Until we meet you again, please remember to listen to the radio station. It is on the TuneIn app. so you can hear it all around the world, or it's on our website, www.ozcountrydownunder.com.au. Until next time, bye for now. And we're just about to go.